And welcome back. This is No Colon, and I am back playing Victoria 3 as Japan. Last we left off, we had just gotten, I believe, what was it? Currency standards, which would let us now try to pass the law of per capita taxation, which probably won't work just because of the government we have right now. I doubt that they'll be, on board with that. And we're also currently trying to pass private schooling, which has just been a grueling process so far. It's been a while. So what we're going to do is we're going to just, plow on and hope that private schools manages to squeak through. That'll increase our literacy, which will increase our technology innovation, which will help us get more stuff, and blah, blah, blah. It all kind of snowballs in this game. So we're going to do banking next, because that'll give us some more minting, and if we end up going in debt at any point, it'll help with our interest rate. So that'll be nice. So we're going to go for that now, which will take us 22 months to do, which is not bad at all. And then I think after that, we really want to start getting into some production stuff. We want to get chemical plants and the Bessemer process for steel, and first we want to do the atmospheric engine. Actually, do we want to do that now? For the mines. That would really help with the coal and iron to help make them... Yeah, let's actually do that now, and let's queue banking for afterwards. Okay, so we've moved into consideration without any setbacks, which is nice. So 45% chance is good. I like that. I like those odds. We're still making money, which means we're stockpiling gold. I wish I had a way that I felt comfortable in spending. I can't subsidize anything right now. Otherwise, that would be how I would do it. We're still number 9 in the world in GDP, which is okay. Obviously, the per capita is going to be terrible for us because we have so many peasants that have no jobs and no life and just live on subsistence rice paddies. Let's get that done. We're going to need some coal and iron mines. I really can't wait for all that. Actually, we should probably get our tool workshops a little up front. How much do the tools cost now? They're really cheap. Okay, so we really just need wood to be less expensive. Aha. See, this is why we want to keep it tight, because now we're going to start losing money for some reason, I think. Is it paper? 9.3 on paper. It's actually not that much. It's actually less than it was in the beginning. Oh, we lost a lot of bureaucracy for some reason. What happened? Minority protests. Thanks, minorities. Okay, which means we need some more government admin buildings to help recoup that so we can get back on top. It's a weird balance to strike. Let's cancel a couple of those just so that gets through faster. And let's go with... Let's build a couple admin buildings. What's low? You actually have a lot of stuff. And so do you. And so do you. So let's do that. 3. Let's put that one at the top. Put that port down there. Let's get a little surplus bureaucracy going so we can get some construction efficiency bonus. And then we'll see how things go, I mean, I think we're making good progress. We actually managed to pass a couple of laws. Private schools is in the adoption phase without any setbacks, which is good. only a 16% chance to stall, which is really, really nice coming up in October here, the end of October. So if we can get that, that's really, really going to help us long term for us to be able to get private schools enacted so early. I want to say historically, the Japanese Civil War happened in like 1878, I think, or in the early 1880s. You know, the whole Last Samurai, if you ever saw that movie with Tom Cruise, and he goes there and he fights with them and he finds them honorable, all that type of stuff. I think that was around when that happened. So I know it was after the American Civil War. So that has to put it in the 1870s somewhere, most likely. So that's what we want eventually is, well, we want the shoguns gone. And the shoguns were gone earlier than this Civil War with the samurai. That was when the empire was around. So that was after the Heiji. Hey, look at that. We got private schools. That's great. So we get, the intelligentsia is going to be more powerful, which means hopefully the shogunate will be less. And we get, you know, greater wealth, education access, which is for us, right? Oh, wait, I forgot that also makes it so we have another institution. Crap. Okay, we can't afford... At least it's intelligentsia that we're doing here. It's not religious schools. So we just really need more bureaucracy. Great Britain, why? Why don't you like us? Can we improve that in some fashion? You're cordial. Let's stop improving relations with you. And Great Britain, let's start improving them with you. Because I don't know why you're so upset with me for some reason. Jeez. It was a lot of money from that bureaucracy. Let's actually put that at the top now, I think. And I think we're actually going to need more than those two in order to make it okay. But that also means we're going to just be spending a ton more on paper, so that's also a problem. Yeah, we're up to 9.8k on paper. Paper's gonna be probably our biggest single source expense in the government, because you just need to have so much government administration buildings. Let's go over here. Okay, so we're not getting a lot of tax collection efficiency out of here. $8.1 million, and we only have enough to effectively collect, what, 33.2% of the taxes that we could be getting from that. How much are we losing on taxes? Unrealized taxes, 66,000. That's a ton. Average tax base is 20. That's because of our bureaucracy. Yep, okay, so we want to be building more government admin buildings here. Let's just bump you up to 5. Hope that helps. And then we'll, you know, we're going to keep the paper mills there, but we're going to put the coal and the iron at the bottom. Let's actually leave the paper mill up one. We can afford this right now. This isn't bad. When the number is white, it means that you're only temporarily losing money. Like if you were to stop constructing buildings, like if I were to go over here and I were to temporarily, you know, just pause this, see, we would start making money. Because it costs us money to construct things. If you start getting into, and it looks red, that means that there is no way that you can easily, like you wouldn't otherwise be in the green if you're actively doing something and then choose to stop it. The only way for you to get out of the red would be to actually make some real hardcore adjustments to buildings or your military spending or consumption tax or any number of other things. Speaking of consumption tax, what else can we tax? First off, let's look at our populace and see what the poor people are spending their money on. Do you buy lots of tea by any chance? Doesn't look like you buy any tea, actually, which is really nice. Because that means I can put a consumption tax on it and it won't affect my poor. It'll only affect the rich. Tea? And I think they do use tobacco though, don't they? I'm sure they would if they had a little more excess, so let's leave that. No. I'm not dumb, right? Like, there's no tobacco. Oh, they do spend money on tea. Not a lot, though. You know, let's throw one onto the, actually, you know, we're probably good right now the way it is. Liquor is normally what I see a lot of people do. I don't want to do that just because I want my lower class to be able to start affording more stuff, and I think they consume the most liquor of the 3 stratas. No? Yeah, see? 8% of their... They like their liquor, poor. So we're not going to put a tax on that because that would hurt us long term. This is samurai related. We definitely don't want to do that. We can afford it. Yeah, but we can afford to upset them a tiny bit. I think it'll be fine. Let's see what other laws we can pass with our government the way that we don't like it. Okay, this one will be contested, right? It's not going to radicalize anybody, which is great. And that will do what? It'll reduce the plus 25 and plus 50. So we actually want to do homesteading, but this will probably make the shogunate radical, which is fine, because you know what? We can actually handle that because of what we did with the military earlier. So odds are, since the shogunate have such high clout, they're going to get literally everywhere that isn't... Shit, I didn't mean to do that. That isn't our capital in this revolution upcoming. Except for probably Hokkaido, because that's technically a colony. So we're going to take that away. Put 1 there. How many do you have? Don't you have like 10? 15. Let's lower that. 10. And I'll put you all at 5. So 5, 10, 15. They're going to have 25 total. That's how many we have here. So let's actually bunch that up. 35. Construction center, agree with that. So that way when this revolution comes, we're basically stacking the cards in our favor. We know for a fact that in any revolution that happens, Kyoto and Kansai, our capital state, will not be affected by the revolution. That'll be the area that we have to play on our home field. So if we're taking away military, you know, professional barracks from all of the other places, then they're basically only fighting with conscripts. And actually, since we know that this law is going to affect drastically our country and probably result in a war, we are actually going to have... We don't have an arms factory yet, do we? Shoot. Arms industry. Okay. We need these government buildings first before we do anything else. But, let's just put that at the top right now, and let's... Yeah, we're still making... No, let's... 16% tax waste. Okay. We're still doing fine right now, honestly. Like, this is okay. Their literacy kind of flattened a little bit, but with private schools, that should go up more. Okay, here we go. Revolution begins. Sort of. You know, they're... Wow, the samurai and the shogunate. And see what I say. Literally everywhere in mainland Japan except for the capital, which is good, because now we're going to have more, you know, people to do that with. Atmospheric engine. Yes, we needed that. How much do tools cost right now? Are they expensive? Tools are very cheap. Nice. And what do we need for tools? We need iron. So let's go for... We got our iron buildings. Iron. Prepare to be cheapened. How much are tools still? Are tools still really expensive? Honestly, no, not really. This is going to fly off really fast, I think, so we really want to get this arms industry up and running as fast as we can. produce cannons for it. We're also, let's preemptively throw up line infantry and cannon infantry. And I know we can't actually afford to do it because we don't have small arms being produced right now, but that'll be done. Can't afford this. 21 weeks. Am I silly, or was that just shorter than that? Is it because I changed the barracks? Let's switch to infantry. I don't think the game moves that fast, so yeah, I think that we just need to wait. I'm sorry, we need to put these. We just need to start building barracks. Is what we need. Already at 50%. Jeez. Yeah, I'm sure this will go great. Hey, it didn't affect us. He just died. Lovely. Yeah, so we can't actually make any progress on this law until this revolution is figured out. Exciting stuff. Okay, this one's definitely a good one because we really need agriculture. So even though this is going to cost us money, it is going to help the poor because it's increasing the throughput, which will decrease the actual price of the goods. So now, hopefully, if we look at this, they have a little bit of excess still, which is okay. I imagine we're going to lose GDP here. This is going to go down a lot once war kicks off, because the entire thing is just going to stall. We want paper to be as cheap as possible in this game. I don't really recall exactly how well it works out if you subsidize the paper industry. I'm not sure. Okay, it's about to pop off, so let's do it. Exactly at 100%. Is it really not going? There we go. Okay. Alright, we want 2 generals. We're general. 1, 2. We definitely don't want a shogun. We want you. You're going to mobilize. You're going to attack there. And then you mobilize. You are going to work there. We're going to activate our conscription center. Actually activate that one. Okay, so actually, let's recruit another general. Let's go with the land, the rich people. That'll help them out. Right. You got 11, mobilize. Yours is actually going to defend that one. Okay. Yeah, see, so they're only going to have, unless they start conscripting, they're only going to have 15 total battalions. And I've stacked this in my favor so that we will have much more than that. which means this is like a nice, easy cheat. It's a little cheesy. It is. But it's a nice, easy way to get the shogunate out of the game early and just become Japan, right? So normally this would be a much bigger deal, but since and after this, the capital is actually going to move over here to Kanto, which every time I see that, I just think of Pokemon, but, it is what it is. And see, we already have all these shortages making things really expensive because this is no longer part of our country anymore. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Shoot. Okay. What can we do? Is there anybody we can sway to our side? Nobody. Nada. None. And they have... that's really not good. Well, if we lose this, we're just going to end up continuing to play as the shogunate, because it'll just transfer us to whoever's in control of Japan. I don't think we'll end game from this. I could be wrong, but I don't think we do. See, just as I was explaining how it was going to really cheese the game, we end up getting... We're going to get absolutely demolished right here. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, this might just take longer than expected. All right. Well, let's speed up because inevitably we are going to lose because that's just how this is going to play out. War. So unless I can actually take any place that has a port, like, just really, really quickly, then this is going to be, like, a real problem. Come on, let's go. This needs to be a really, really fast war. This needs to be the fastest war possible. Come on, let's go. Quickly, 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 before the Russians come in. Thankfully, it seems that the Russians are just... I mean, my conscripts are all garbage, but they appear to be winning against the poor Russians. You know, I should have added a war goal for Russian reparations. That would have been really, really nice. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. What is this? What is happening here? Okay, so that's me. I have a lot of these flags. Oh, it's a revolution. So what's the flag? It's just your flag with a little rip in it. Make it really hard to determine a lot of the time, I think. Let's actually have you start attacking on this front. We just need to. Why are you there? Why are you not? Go. Okay, that's not involving us. Also not... That gave me like a mini heart attack when I saw that up there. I was like, oh no. That's not going to go well. That's not good. Is that a naval landing? Oh boy. This can't be good. This war needs to go quick, otherwise I'm going to be in for it. See, we're just having a real hard time taking this one little battle, this one spot. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, that's just lovely. Whew. Hey, this isn't the Japan we want to be. This is, you know, kind of Imperial Japan, kind of not Imperial Japan. We're paused. We're also going to reduce the speed, because there's a lot that's going to be happening right about now. Yeah, so we want you out. We're just going to be the samurai right now, I think. Actually, can we put the industrialist in there? Monks? No. Petite bourgeoisie? Also no. That's as good as we're going to get? Alright, let's go with that. Yeah, let's see what laws that allows us to pass. Serfdom. Okay, that's going to help with passing that, at least for now. Okay. decisions to be made. Industrial might will see us through. That is always the best one that you want to go for, because you need to industrialize as Japan. You are just going to be in such rough shape if you can't do that. Oh my god, so many. Go away, all of you. Shoot. There needs to be a button to just mass clear notifications. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're still losing a bit of money, which is okay. We have devastation in basically everywhere, which is less okay, but it is what it is. Okay, so normally Central Archives would be something that I would really want to go for right now, because that would just be really helpful, but no, we are not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go to production, and we're going to go for agriculture, I think? Or the Bessemer process, one of these things. Steel tools for tooling workshops. That's going to be really helpful, actually. That might be something we should do. Is there anything currently being researched that's really going to help us out? We're in 1854, and we're Japan. So the shogunate is gone, and I think we are really ahead of the curve right now. Not to jinx anything, like Russia joining there really gave me a fright. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, actually, is I think... How far are we? I've only played about half hour. Let's keep going. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to unpause, and let's see how much progress we can make on this law. We want to do... Let's pin those journal entries to restore things. We want to industrialize Japan. We want to retire the samurai. We want to end that. Okay. We definitely don't really want to go the path of liberalism. It's just too much. Let's just go Bessemer process, I think. Let's go steel. And then we'll do water to boiler after that, I think. So that's 60 months, right? So that's going to take us 5 years to get through. So by 1859, we'll have a little bit of a stronger industry, I think. Not really much going with the military. Actually, what we should be doing, we need to... Why does it say there's nothing in here? There are 13 government constructions in the Japanese construction queue. Yeah, oh. Pause. Resume. That's weird. There should be like little icons up here saying that there are things being produced. Oh well. 1, 2, 3. Those are all... Because of the devastation, things are just going to take a really long time. We are starting to stockpile some money again, which is good. I don't really understand how we're doing that, but I think as the devastation's going away, we're making a little bit more money. Jesus, that's not good at all. Okay, so we really need... What do we need right now? We need to make our populace happy, so we need 2 million radicals already at this stage in the game. We need universities. Yes, that is what I was going to build. More universities. So, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we'll make it 5 each. That'll help. That'll help us a lot with our research. We'll put one of you very near the top, but not actually hit. 1,000 weeks. Okay. It's fine. It's all fine. The consumption tax has my... Ooh, my authority's really good without the shogunate. Is there anything Okay, so all the stuff that would make me money to put a tax on is the poor people use. So I don't want to do that because I want them to be able to. Hey, this is going up a little bit. 8.9. We were at 8.6 before last time I looked. So that's always good. Okay. Let's see if we can get homesteading. Because that will change things radically here, I believe. Law, serfdom. Okay. So this will really, really tank the landowner's political strength, which, I mean, that's what we wanted with the shogunate. And then with homesteading, it's going to increase the peasant political strength, but also without serfs, it gives a little bit more freedom for our lower class to not, to make money, which is good. And then after that, what we want to go for, if we can, we want to go from closed borders to migration controls. Because people think when they look at this law, they think, oh, migration being other people, like immigration, not migration. They think it means like, oh, someone from China, if I have closed borders on my migration policy, they can't come here. And yes, that's true. But if you have migration controls, or if you have closed borders, that also means that, say, people here can't travel here, like even within your own country, if they are a minority group, which your peasants pretty much always are. So they can't really move even throughout your country. So when you get rid of that, things should go significantly better. Ah, yes, now we're going to start getting... Great Britain. I lose prestige and legitimacy. I can't afford to lose legitimacy right now, so... Sorry. England, I know you're not going to like us for that, but then you also started to damage relations with us, so... Kind of on you, I feel like. How are we doing here? See, the nice part about this is we started colonizing this really early. If we can get some bureaucracy and get up to level 3 here, before all of the European powers start coming into Papua New Guinea, that's going to be really nice. Wait, can I establish a colony there? No. Because claims and maintain interest there, Dutch East Indies. Okay. Weird, considering that it's technically not a country, but you know what that is. We're not organizing private military academies. That's honestly fine. I'm okay with that. Those are always, long term, that'll end up being a good thing, I think. I have thematic expansion turned on for ports? No. Why are there so many ports being built? Do I need that many ports in the queue? What's the market access like? Who's the only one that has crappy market access? Hokkaido. I don't think I need that. Or that. Or that one. Or that one. Not right now, at least. Eventually I will need those, because everybody's going to be producing a lot. These three are ideally going to be our powerhouse of, like, actual industry, urban center type buildings, but we're going to need to rely very heavily. This will have a mix of the two, but this one primarily just going to go with resources and resources. You're losing money. You're losing a lot of money. Why? Because tools are more expensive than the items you're producing. We'll fix that at some point. Definitely don't want them to become more radical. Not to that degree. Yeah, I'd rather they lose political strength right now. We want to, retire the samurai. Is not barracks, has not activated a regular infantry focus cannon. So what we need for every single barrack place that we can do, go to buildings, go to development, we need it to be mobile and we need it to be skirmish, so it can't be line or regular. We can't afford that. Right, literally, all we need to do is just change it once, just one little time. Yeah. Let's go to the barracks here at least, and we're gonna change to line infantry and cannon artillery. We'll do that. We're gonna turn on automatic expansions for you because weapons are important. We're in the adoption phase. Here we go. That'll change things up here a real bit. There's going to be a lot of different social mobility going on without that. I know market access, it's always a pain in Hokkaido for market access. You are a cargo port, correct? Yes. So more infrastructure. Should we just put you to level 2? I feel like we should. So low, the construction efficiency there, though. Okay, we got a little bit of bureaucratic excess now. Just a wee bit. How are we doing tech-wise? We're at 70 now. That's great. That's what, like 40% higher than it was to begin with? It's a good thing. Which means instead of 3 years, it'll take 29 months, which is, you know, still really close to 3 years. But it is what it is. What now? Preserve serfdom? Wait. Hold on. In Kyoto? Because that's not the capital anymore. Ah, not good. No, and I can't make it smaller. Okay, that's really not good. I can change it. I can change it back to garbage. And time to start building. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. But, you know, sometimes it just be like that, right? So I'm just putting those all the way at the bottom. And we'll just start building barracks. Thankfully, your political strength is very low, so that means that the revolution progress, in theory, will go much, much slower without having a lot of political clout. In theory. Okay, let's hope this goes well. It could go very poorly. It really could. That's okay. We like having good relations with the U.S. That's something we want. So, stop improving relations with you. Can we improve relations with you yet? No, not quite. Not until you start getting colonies here. So may as well keep improving with GB over there. Okay. At least only 2 of those states will secede, hopefully. Good, and that means they are they kind of afraid of us? What do they think of us? It's a desirable ally. I like that. I like that. I'm sorry, who's part of this? The samurai. I thought for a second the intelligence here were going to be. You are a samurai. Let's go with that one. I don't want to risk the landowners becoming more politically powerful. Crisis averted. Look at that. Okay. So, with the enactment of homesteading, I am going to cut it here. To anybody who bothered to watch, thank you for spending your time with me. It is the most valuable resource that a person can give. I really appreciate it. And I will hopefully see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. See you guys.